Let's talk about something completely different now. The sugar tax brought in back in 2018, I remember the big rows about it, imposed on soft drinks, has led to a significant drop in sugar in people's diets. That's according to a new study. 1 year after the sugar tax came into force, children were consuming 4.8 grams per day less sugar. Adults had an intake that was 10.9 grams lower. Most of this was down to lower sugar content in soft drinks, but also people still eating too much sugar overall, we're told. The researchers say we're not meeting the UK or World Health Organization guidelines. Too much sugar, fizzy drinks, biscuits, chocolate, flavoured yogurts, breakfast cereal, you name it, unsweetened fruit juice as well. Well, let's talk about this with Callum McGoldrick, who's a researcher at TaxPayers Alliance. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Julia.
Thanks so much for joining us. We often find with these sort of reports that actually often their measurements are we've succeeded because it's less than what it would have been if we hadn't had this tax. Are we sure that this research is actually completely solid and accurate?
Well, as you say, they're always very carefully worded, and it is true that the sugar intake from fizzy drinks has dropped, but the tax only includes drinks, fizzy drinks that are not mostly milk-based or mostly fruit-based, so people can still get a lot of sugar from other means.
Yeah, people know where they want to get their sugar. It seems to me people get their sugar somewhere, somehow. A lot of people, it's about having knowledge. You know, actually, people, if you look at a can of Coke or something, you know, or as Luke said, you know it's got a lot of sugar in it. It's not a health drink. Whereas a lot of people, for instance, will think that fruit juice is low in sugar. It's healthy. It's fruit. It's good for you. Whereas actually, you may as well just have a bag of sugar. It's the same difference. My concern about this sugar tax is the idea of it was actually just to force the manufacturers, wasn't it, to lower the sugar content in their drinks. So basically, you know, just imperceptibly for an awful lot of people. Some people will have noticed with certain brands. But the idea is that we would kind of lower our consumption without really noticing it. But they are coming for more of the products that we enjoy, which are sweet as well, aren't they?
Yeah, and with the fizzy drinks, all it's really doing is forcing people into cheaper brands rather than actually reducing the amount of fizzy drinks that they consume. I think it's also created this sort of big logical problem for the WHO, who also say that a lot of artificial sweeteners are carcinogenic, which is the alternative to a lot of sugars.
They're absolutely convinced that Diet Coke is the work of the devil, but I mean, there's really very little evidence for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of, they want you to have neither, it seems. I think their guidelines tend to be
neither are healthy for you. I mean, really, you know, drink water, it's better for you. But funnily enough, people quite like to have drinks they like the taste of. So that's why these drinks are very popular, aren't they? In terms of, like, what else they could be coming for? What are the next taxes on the horizon? Because we know, you know, you've got World Health Organization, lots of these anti-sugar, anti-salt people, you know, the likes of Sadiq Khan, the London mayor, banning adverts for anything that's, you know, got cream or butter in, for goodness sake. What else are they coming for?
I think, well, it seems to be anything that brings joy they want to tax. I think it's also worth saying that it's not even a particularly effective tax. It's regressive, meaning the higher the tax goes, the less they earn from it. It only raises about 300 million a year as well, so it's not even...
But is the idea to raise money or is the idea to cut people's consumption? Because it kind of can't do both, can it?
Well, no, but it sort of seems that they don't really know what they want apart from to stop people having the small joys in life.
Other than wagging their fingers. And I'm of the view that people, I mean, like, you know, kids, I don't think kids should be drinking a load of fizzy drinks, especially other than as a treat. I mean, I think far too many kids have a terrible diet, and I think it's a parenting issue. But a lot of parents just simply say they don't know. So taking sugar out of some of these drinks without really people noticing, perhaps not a bad idea. But for me, it's a thin end of the wedge thing, about what they come for next, as I said.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's something that can be left down to personal choice. I mean, I don't think the government will fix every bad parent. I don't think it will fix every bad habit choice. No. I don't think it's really its job to do that either. Yeah,
well, I was just going to say, is it their job to do that? Exactly. And people, I would say, you know, bad idea to be very, very overweight and unhealthy, and you cost the NHS more and you have a bad, shortened life yourself. But kind of isn't that people's choice?
Well, and with the sugar tax, obesity has gone up since it was introduced, so it's not even doing its job in terms of reducing obesity.
No. Well, obesity wasn't helped by locking people in their homes and banning them from doing sport, probably. I'm going out on a limb here. Really good to talk to you, Callum McGoldrick from the TaxPayers Alliance.